Hello class. Today, we are going to share a story that will illustrate how the statute of frauds works. Please, hold your applause and let me tell my story. Let me introduce Ted and Marie. They were very much in love.
Here, dear, a flower for my love.
You are absolutely, amazingly sweet.
They would spend all hours of the day laughing and exchanging loving glances. Finally, the time came when they wanted to take things to the next level.
Kayla, will you marry me?
I would love to, but, I am attending college.
That's okay. I have plenty of money. Let me pay for your medical school once we get married.
That's so sweet. I love you. Of course, I will marry you.
And married. They most certainly were. It wasn't long, however, before conversation turned to money. David preferred that Kayla stay at home. Kayla still wanted to be a doctor. She wanted to finish medical school, just as David had promised. And soon found themselves in court. Kayla explained to the judge that David had promised to cover her medical school expenses.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have married him.
But when the judge asked Kayla for a copy of the agreement, showing David had agreed to cover her medical school costs, she freaked. David, it turns out, knew something about the law.
Your Honor, if this agreement was made in contemplation of marriage, well, of course you already know. It must be in writing, under the statute of frauds.
I have no such writing. You are a horrible, horrible man.
No matter. The judge said David was correct. Agreements made in contemplation of marriage are required to be in writing. Grumbling was heard throughout the courtroom. Kayla was absolutely livid. Suddenly, a thought came to her.
Excuse me, Your Honor, may I speak? There is an exception to the statute of frauds. David made a promise. I believed him. What's more, David knew I would believe him. I relied on his promise, to my detriment.
Kayla nailed it. The requirements of the statute of frauds would, in this situation, unjustly enrich one person at the expense of another. And so, the court was touched. It recognized the injustice and looked for a way to provide a just result, while honoring the statute of frauds. The court looked for an exception to the statute of frauds to prevent an injustice. The judge began to speak.
The statute of frauds may be dispensed with in such a situation, and evidence may be presented to show the existence of an oral contract.
The judge got it right. He could prevent injustice where a promise was made and someone relied on it. Furthermore, David knew she would rely on it, to her detriment.
Justice is served.